have to put together a speech. I don't need a speech. I don't have to plan what I have to say. We all know what it is. We began TPP some months ago. And whilst we were busy building something that His Excellency, the President, asked us to build, of course, it was the President who showed us the way when he was on Al Jazeera, when he was asked why he has not accepted or legalized same-sex marriage in Ghana. He stated clearly that the people have not demanded it, and that if you want something to be done, you have to start forming groups. The video is on YouTube for everybody to see. And so that is one of what inspired us, that if we need a national development plan for this country, we have to come together and start forming groups and agitating legally and in a very matured manner. Whilst we were busy doing this, some people were busy discussing Kwame A+. And we have focused on what we want to be and where we want to get to, and this is where we are today, and we are going to get stronger. I'll spend a little time talking about TPP, and I'll spend majority of the time talking about myself. I am your leader. I am the one that you can trust. There are so many things that are capable of getting me off my feet, but there is nobody in this country who is capable of compromising me. And so you have somebody you can trust. My mind has never been connected to my tummy in any way. What they tried to do was to try to create an impression that TPP is okay, but we don't like A+. Whether you like A+ or not, it does not change the fact that women give birth on the bare floor, and we have to fight that. Whether you like A+ or not, it does not change the fact that children's school and the trees after 63 years of selling gold and diamond and timber, and we must change it. Whether you like A+ or not, it does not change the fact that women give birth on the bare floor, and there are so many human beings in this country who get pregnant like animals and give birth like animals, because a goat gets pregnant at home, no antenatal, give birth at home. And so many human beings in 2020 go through same. So liking A+ or not is not the issue. I am the leader of TPP, and you cannot change that. And do not listen to them. They try to come up with so many lies just to get people who trust us move away from this movement. Oh, Kwame A+ has received 800,000 from John Mahama. That is all that they know, because that is all that they do. Kwame A+ was going to get fuel from the castle, and we went and stopped him. And this is somebody that I have never seen in my entire life. So the lies are going to get worse. NDC and NPP have peaked, and all that they can do now, the only thing they can do now is to lie. They lie. They are so miserable. They can see something happening, and all that they can do is to lie and insult. They can even lie and insult my 2-year-old daughter. This is how they have managed to get discerning people stay out of our politics, because they are scared. They know that people will lie about them. They are scared what people will say about them. People can come together and lie. That is my motivation. The more people lie about me, that is what makes me strong. That is what keeps me going. I love it. There is not a single group of people in this country that is fighting for right-thinking people or people who are doing the right thing. Immediately you start doing the right thing, there is this gang that will come at you and lie about you. So please, I need your support. Let them lie. Don't listen to the lies. After this conference, they'll come up with lies. Let them lie. I am here, and I am making you a promise today that the reason why people have come up with movements that and have not been successful is that they have all diverted from the agenda along the line. And we are not going to divert. I understand those who think that, oh, don't mind these people. Yes, because they've been lied to for 63 years. And so they have the right to be skeptical. However, All that I need from you is your support. If you are ready to say yay, let me tell you this. I am ready to say chogwe. I know there's so many people who want to say yay, but who is there to say chogwe? We are here and we are going to say chogwe, irrespective of what the consequences may be. I don't need to write a speech. Irrespective of what the consequences may be, we are ready to say chogwe. The people in power today are the biggest beneficiaries of the democracy that we are practicing today. Long ago, 25 years ago, they organized Kumiprekum and nobody killed them. And they must support us to grow our democracy and nobody must come at us. Everybody who has been part of the beginning of this movement knows that we are looking at a movement where when we vote and it goes into a second round, we will see who to support. I will never lead you to vote for NDC or MPP, and I'm saying this and you put me on record. I am never going to stand up here and say we are in a second round and so all of you go and vote for NDC and MPP. They are the same people. I have taught this country quietly and I have seen that if we don't do this, some people will do it. It will happen. And it is only politicians in this country who are visionary who will see where this country is heading towards and know that there will be an end to NDC and MPP and will treat us the way we have to be treated as Ghanaians. Whether we do it or not, whether you like A+ as the leader or TPP or not, it's not the issue. If I am no more the leader and Kwame Afrifa is the leader today, another group of people will say they like TPP, but they don't like Kwame Afrifa. Let us focus. What is important is the focus. Jesus Christ died. Prophet Muhammad died. Kwame Nkrumah died. Nelson Mandela is dead. Muhammad Ali died. Michael Jackson died. Pope John Paul died. Kwame Plus is not scared to die. That will not change us. We are not fearless, but fear will never stop us from doing what will make this country great. We have to defend people. We have to support people. We have to be there for people who are doing the right thing. We have to support the police administration. The police must be independent and do their job. We must not have NDC IGP, MPP IGP, NDC CDS, MPP CDS. We must not politicize everything in this country. If you are a good person, if you love this country, if you care about this country, and you want to do something for this country, we are here to support you. We want to support independent candidates in parliament. We do not need NDC MP in Nima or MPP MP in Nima. We need Nima MP. We do not need Kaswa MPP or NDC MP. We need an MP whose job is to talk about what is happening in Kaswa. And the people of Kaswa must not tell me that you are only sensible once you wear NDC MPP t-shirt. Individuals must go into parliament and we must support them. We must not relegate all competent people who can fight for this country to radio talk shows. And in conclusion, I want to say this. Every political movement in this country, every civil society organization, every political party, your attitude towards us will determine our attitude towards you. And we want to tell you this, you don't even know. The boys are tired. And we have taken care of the streets. And they believe us. Why do people go to church with their own lorry fare and pay tithes? I didn't think sorry, no more to your tithes. Because nyame yodo. Because nyame achira omodo. Because omu ji nyame di. I didn't think na yebe campaign NDC ni MPP. Just omu kochiche sika ansa na nkrofo ato aba ma omu. Na nkrofo kro na kwa sorry a ye mom sika but omu ba no mato collection. Because nyame yodo, NDC ni MPP yodo. What NDC is crying over today, when they come to power, they will do worse. And people think that we can leave NDC and go and join MPP and join NDC. We are TPP and we are here to stay and we are ready for the consequences because we know it. Look, I have looked over my shoulder many times than I've looked in my driving mirror. We are not scared. We are going to fight for this country. This country does not belong to anybody. This country belongs to the people. It is our inheritance that our founding fathers left for us, and we are going to fight for it. You can also go and start a movement and say you are content with how this country has been run for 63 years. That is your problem. For us, as taxpayers and citizens of this country, we are going to fight for this country. We are going to fight for a national development plan for Ghana. Ghana needs a plan. We cannot live in a Ghana where NDC has projects and MPP has projects, and NDC abandons NDC projects and MPP projects, and MPP abandons NDC projects. We must have an independent National Development Planning Commission. Only a wizard or a witch does not want that for this country. Anybody who does not support TPP and does not want a plan for this country is an evil person. We want a plan. Ghana must have a plan. We must know that we are moving from here in 2020 to here in 2021. Why did we fail at Vision 2020? Because there was no law that was backing that National Development Plan. And TPP is looking for a law that will back a plan that has been put together by the National Development Planning Commission, that is backed by our Constitution. The Constitution does not back any development plan. In 2010, His Excellency, the former president, may he so rest in peace, the late Professor Mills, commissioned the National Development Planning Commission, the Constitution Review Commission. And they presented their findings and their recommendations to His Excellency, former President Mahama, in 2014. But what happened? What was in the recommendation? What were some of the recommendations that they made? They recommended that this country called Ghana needs a long-term strategic plan. And they also recommended that the plan must be backed by the 1992 Constitution. And so they recommended that Article 37.5 must be amended to give the Article 35.7 must be amended to give that plan that will be developed by the NDPC a strong backing. They even recommended that any citizen of Ghana can walk to court and sue the government for abandoning projects. But what happened? His Excellency, the former president's government, issued a white paper disagreeing with the commission's report, stating clearly that we must not put our development in the hands of the people. We have been elected and we have to have the power to do whatever we want. The irony is that when he was saying that, he was also developing a 40-year plan. And then he comes back and says that my plan has been abandoned. When the commission told you that, implement these recommendations and ensure that your plan is backed by law, then the former president comes back to tell us that his projects have been abandoned. But the commission was telling you, this is who politicians are. When they are in power, they see things differently. And when they are out of power, they see things differently. That is NDC and MPP that we have. Today, they are telling us about S. Gracia. They want 20% of their S. Gracia. They want to go and take the money back. You have people who are telling us that they are donating their salaries, but they turn back and say, you owe us, so bring the money. We want a country that is ruled by laws. The Constitution states clearly how many people you can have in the Council of State, not less than 10, not more than 19. We must also know how many ministers we have. There should be a cap. NDC will make all the noise about Akufo-Addo's 100 and whatever ministers, but will come to power and increase it and use Akufo-Addo as an example. But you people too, you had some. This is the Ghana that we live in, and this must change. We need a country where everybody at least will have good drinking water as a fundamental human right. Why do we live in Ghana and don't have water? It doesn't make sense. So it is not about who loves A+ and who does not love A+. When the people of Aguna Swedro went on the street to demonstrate, they had roads, asphalt. What is Kwame A+ saying to you? Demand development before you vote. Kick out these guys. And instead of listening to what the issues are, they were interested in, oh, that guy is a comedian. Oh, that guy is a musician. Oh, that guy is not serious. Whether we are serious or not, I am happy to inform you that we have TPP in almost every, we have TPP in almost every country. We have TPP in Ukraine, we have TPP in Russia, we have TPP in Libya, we have TPP in England, in USA, in Spain, everywhere, in Italy. And we are going to have leaders from these various branches come and tell us the development so far. Apart from the fact that my brother Kwame Mensah said that TPP is a political movement, we are also a group of people who like to do good, and we will continue doing good. We will not stop doing good. We will continue helping people. We are going to commission our 12th community water project. We have built water projects for so many communities. Bremen Sukuma is number 12, and we are going on to number 13, and all of you must support it. We are going to build our 13th community water project in the Eastern region. We have raised money for so many people for emergency health care in this country, for people who are underprivileged, and we are going to raise money to support a woman who is suffering from cancer to get treatment abroad. Yes, we will do it. Over the years, we have helped kids with Holy Heart. We have helped the guy who was run over by a car to get a surgery and a prosthetic leg. We helped the woman whose kids wore one uniform to school in Adanse, Fumso. We helped our sister who lost her family in a fire in Mampong. We have done a lot. And we are not that movement who is only talking. I'm not that kind of leader who only wants to talk. We are going to put pressure on government to do what we expect of them, and we will do the little that we can to help our people. I thank you very much. And once again, I want to say,